Hey everybody, it's Kevin. Welcome to Kev's Daily Vibe. Today is Tuesday the 29th of June 2021 and I'm happy to be here. I hope you're happy to be here, all tuned in and ready to go. One more day, well actually 2 more days if you count today, of June. There won't be another June 2021. So I would say what we're going to do with the last 2 days, not really sure. Let's get right to the cards and see what the angels have to say. Thank you, angels, for reminding me that you're here, that you're with all of us, and for revealing to us through these cards what we need to know. What is our message for Tuesday, the 29th of June? Something that we can be open to, receptive to, lifted by. Yeah, what do you angels want us to know today? There's the card. Oh, peace. Oh no, ease and grace. I like this one. So let me turn this a little bit. There you go. We see what looks like a monk, if you will, but it's an angel that is seated. Almost looks like a squat, one-legged squat, and passing energy from the right hand into the left hand with one foot grounded to the earth, and the crown chakra receiving, processing energies from the heavens. This is a person who is into self-study and looks like someone who is going through life with the energy of ease and the energy of grace. So sometimes, or at least the message where this shows up, that in the presence of turmoil, in the presence of things not landing, where there is major disruptions on, so it's not in the glare, there you go, so it's not so much in the glare, it might be better to see it, there you go. This is a time that we are being guided to take it easy, to slow down, to take some time to bite into the entire apple. And if I'm using apples as a example, metaphor, chew it, taste it, get into each piece of what you're doing, rather than trying to do bits and pieces and snippets of all of it, which really just ends up being a fraction of the full experience. We often put way more pressure on the expectation of the end result than we do the journey or the pleasure of the journey to get what we're looking for. Being a little bit too pushy, shovey and forceful just uses up energy and hinders the progress. So if you're finding yourself in a particularly difficult situation, I'll share mine in a minute, at work or with other people, you don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to, keep on justifying everything that you're doing. Just step back, take a breath, and just move forward with grace. You'll end up being seen, you'll end up being understood, and you'll end up being, I think, shown for the integrity that you've got, for the love that you've got. This card to me looks like an angel that's just flowing like water. If I look at a fountain above his head, coming down to the crown chakra and then flowing down from one hand to the other hand back into the earth, and off we go again. So it's time to have a little bit of patience, move with the subtle nuances of the day, flow like water, if you will. Go downstream, take one step at a time, and make your way through the journey of life. Learn more as you go along the way. Um, and maybe perhaps you decide, how do I move with more grace and more elegance? How do I get that like first class, soft, fluid experience from everything I do? Breathe. Go out in nature. The information that you get from the angels, especially in meditation, or take a bath, or go swimming, or go for a walk, it might surprise you. But your angels know it'll be beneficial for you to take your time, ease off, and be a little bit more graceful with everything that you're doing. And with that said, let's go bring in a little bit more angels with this. Let me put this camera back on over there. Probably wondering why. What is this big old baby right here? And for those of you that are listening, this is a 14-inch across crystal bowl. I showed you the metal bowl, the metal singing bowl the other day. I'll move that candle just a little bit further over here. So this one, you hear it clinging and clanging as my lovely lotus blossom candle holder moves. Let's see, it's all tangled up in the wire. There you go. So this one, for those of you who are tuned into the video, is pretty good size. It's 14 inches across, red. It's the note of C, and it comes, when you buy them, comes with a little O-ring that they sit on. I've got a green one over there that is the F or G, I think, the G sound. Anyway, have this little rubber mallet. So one end is obviously a hammer end, the other end is a more of a softer felt covered end. It's basically a wooden striker. So even as I'm talking into it, the microphone right above it is picking up the vibration of my voice going down into the bowl, but it makes a really, 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 really cool sound. Works mostly with the base chakra, the root chakra, the bottom chakra. There's a name for it in Sanskrit, and it is escaping me. Well, you know what? I'm going to look it up, because I think that it's worth saying. If I'm going to talk about it, I might as well give the right name for it in this book. But anyway, there are 7 of the physical chakras, going from the base chakra all the way to the crown chakra, and then there are 4 what they call new age chakras, that are the Gaia gateway, the very lowest one. It's basically the bottom that goes into the earth, and then you've got the soul stars above your head. Oh gosh, I can't think of the other one. Anyway, there's 4 altogether. There's 11, and I'm trying to find the name for the root chakra here in my handy dandy step-by-step guide, which I did earlier in the year, but I can't find it. I'm gonna keep thumbing. I should have a, when we put these when I put this folder together, I should have done a now I've got into the different spreads. I should have done a tab to show what each of the chakras were. Let's see if it's in here. No, alright, I will think of it. So let's get to this noise, or the sound that this makes. It's not really a noise. So I could tap the edge of it. Even run the edge of the mallet against the side of it. It's a pretty powerful sound. And although this sound is working with the root chakra, I can feel this and hear this within myself, around my sinuses, my ear cavity, the higher listening, if you will, the higher vibration of that. And this is if I run the other end of it just around the top of this bowl. And there's a point with which, when you get into singing bowls, where you'll feel the energy somewhere between the root and the crown chakra, and the vibrational level of it will be clearing, lifting out those energy centers of the body. I often use this singing bowl as a way to meditate, to find a focus, particularly if, things are going on and I have a hard time concentrating. Pop that over there for now. Sorry, Amy came in to join us this morning, and that's her seat. I put her up there this morning, but then she hopped back down again. Okay. So, oh, Siri, I'm sorry. Now my watch is going off. I do like modern technology, I really do, but this one is a little bit intrusive sometimes and starts, yapping when I don't know that I want it to yap. It does fascinate me though. I think we're all part of energy, and the artificial intelligence of some of these gadgets, it's fascinating. In so much that they can both be helpful and they could be a hindrance. I don't know how this plays into ease and grace. Perhaps it is a question of looking at where you may or may not be annoyed with certain things, and digging deeper into the annoyance and what the annoyance is. Let's read from our Melody Beatty's Journey to the Heart and see what today brings and see if this ease and grace message from Kyle Gray's Angel Guide Oracle cards with Melody Beatty's book. So here we are, the 29th, and the message is stay clear. Sometimes we don't tell other people what we're feeling. Sometimes we don't tell ourselves. Often on this journey, provocative events happen. We may become resentful, angry, or frightened. Emotional energy builds up within. If we don't take the time to work it out, the emotion becomes a block. It blocks the channel to our heart. It blocks our channel to ourselves. It can block our connection to others and to God. We may think we're being polite and appropriate by not saying what we feel. We may think that most thoughts and emotions are so minor, it would be a waste of time to acknowledge and express each and every one of them. It's true that some aren't worth mentioning, but many are. We need to take the time to feel and release the thoughts and beliefs that are important to us. Is a relationship blocked? Are we feeling something we're unable to discuss? Well, the feeling won't disappear. The energy of the unexpressed feeling will be present, blocking our connection until we take time out to get it out. We may not tell other people what we're feeling, but all of us are wiser than we think, and our bodies and emotions will begin to react to what's denied, despite what people say. Many of us experiment with the technique of using affirmations to try to further our growth. The same principle applies if we say we love ourselves. But we've got a chunk of self-reproach tucked down deep inside. We'll continue to act as if we dislike ourselves until we clear out the energy and clear all the energy from our mind, our heart, and our spirits. What are you feeling? No, what are you really feeling? Ask yourself as often as you need to, then take time to feel and release the emotion, thought, or belief. You've connected to yourself. You're connected to the world around you. Now, keep your connections clear. Oof. Keep your connections clear. That last line goes with ease and grace. I was landing on a situation I find myself in where there's an expectation of integrity with business, an exchange of energy. And for the longest time, I have felt not quite so content or happy about how relationships in the business world have been happening. And I trace right back to the root always. The root of, well, when did this start? Did it start with a conversation? Did it start with a when did it start? When did it start to feel like this relationship is just not very conducive to what I'm hoping to achieve? And I did go down the pathway of, am I being a little too self-critical, or am I being too critical, period? Is it my job to go through these thoughts and feelings of business, relationships, what have you, with this whole idea that it's supposed to be a certain way without expressing what that certain way is? But needless to say, having these concerns that it's my understanding that this is a relationship, a business contractual relationship. Here's a contract. This is what I'm abiding to. This is what I'm agreeing to. Yet this is not what I'm feeling I'm getting. What I feel like I'm getting is the crumbs on the plate. What I feel like I'm getting is the scraping of the barrel. And then there's that whole horrible, ratchet quote that I hear all the time: you get what you pay for. Oh, yes. So if I am paying for bargain basement, literally, and I am in a situation to where, it's the bargain basement, so I am getting something that's affordable but not necessarily classy or of quality, then I must elevate my game, must be ready to claim my worth. And that is the ease and grace with which I move forward. The understanding that it isn't other people that's being blocked or effective, it's me. That, wow, okay, I have to understand what my worth is, claim the worth, and then go forward to find the match that matches up to it. Now, there's a lovely little piece of the ease and the grace that goes along with it, that requires the honesty and the truth about whether or not it's speaking to a piece of myself that isn't feeling worthy or isn't feeling good enough or doesn't quite believe it can achieve or be achieved. And with that being said, we have to also look at the outward behavior. How are we presenting ourselves to the world? I learned in my last mentoring session, it's not what you show, it's how you show up. So if you're showing up for people, friends, being supportive, being loving, being kind, and you have clarity with communication, honesty with communication, and you are moving forward with that, there will be a time where you stand in your worth, come to your grace, come to that feeling of, oh, yes, this is all great. You'll be facing the opposite. That's teaching the lesson within. That do you feel like you deserve this? Do you feel like you're worthy of this? Do you feel like you align with this? Do you feel like you are one with this? And the answer is no, 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 no. Then it's time for you to move and shift. The reality is this. Many, 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 many of us, myself included, I'll put my hand up and own it, can spend hours complaining, being upset with, annoyed by something that we expected that didn't quite work out, didn't quite become the way you thought it would be, which creates the complaint, which creates the round and round and round we go issue. Until you get down to it, pop it out and release it, let it go, it's going to continue driving a roadmap into the ground, or making that, what am I looking for, that thing where you keep on walking the same path, you just wear it out, like treading a carpet. You just keep treading on that carpet, the carpet's worn thin, it gets old. So how then do you lift up out of it? How then do you go forward with grace and with ease? How do you move downstream? First of all, you can do it with affirmations. One is, I'm ready to claim my worth. Fantastic affirmation. Two is, thanking your spirit guides, your angels, the energy, the vibrational source energy, God, universe. Thank you for moving me to the appropriate situation. Thank you for revealing to me what I need to know. I'm ready to listen, and I'm ready to receive, and I'm ready to make my moves. That's perfect for everything. And then you become open to receive what it is you need to know. And then you become open to receive the gifts and the blessings that are lining up with your worth. And then you make your choice and you move, or you do whatever you need to do. I'm hoping this is helping. I'm hoping that you are understanding relationships, situations, contractual things. They are what they are. If it's not lining up with your highest good, if it's not for your best interest and other people, it's time to go. If you find yourself being one that feels differently to everybody else, then you need to go find your team. Go find the place that welcomes you. Find the place that honors you. Or if you find yourself at odds, you've lifted your vibration, and your vibrational energy is what it is, but you are surrounded by different vibrational energy. I'm not saying it's higher or lower. You got to adjust, or perhaps you have to somehow raise the vibration. Several ways to do it. But sometimes, often, raising the vibration doesn't actually work, doesn't actually change, because the majority of the vibrational energy is heavier than the vibrational energy that you are coming from putting out, if that makes sense. So going forward with ease and grace in class is to recognize actually what are you feeling, and to get clear about what is the complaint, and to be honest about, okay, you can say it's nobody's fault. It just is what it is. And it's time to make some changes. Then, with ease and grace, be clear about what you want that change to be, where you want that change to occur, and set about a plan to make it happen. Only then can you begin to feel better about the growth. And the last part before we get into meditation is, we were not put in here to stay put. We weren't put here to stay the same. That was a different generation of people. They've gone. We came here to experience more, to do more, to have more, and to keep asking for more. 1% better, a step at a time, bit by bit, piece by piece. We get more. Complacency happens when we got what we wanted, and now, okay, well, that was a great thing. There's something more to be gained. Case in point, since we are approaching Olympics, and we're seeing many countries coming together to compete. If we take the records that were set 40 years ago, they're going to be completely different to the records that are going to be set in a month from now. The athletic conditioning of the human, the coaching, the hours of practice that have been put into each and every Olympian is completely different now than it was the last Olympic Games. Each athlete striving to better their last record, to try a little more, to beat or to exceed their already exceeding self. And this is really what the journey of living a full life that makes a difference and matters means. I think I spoke the other day about how a team of Olympians celebrated those who are going to compete for the United States, and I imagine other countries do the similar thing, but also were compassionate to those who slightly missed the mark. When I say slightly, it wasn't even, if you're looking at the time trials, some of it wasn't even a second. It was within a millisecond, which was phenomenal. As far as, well, 0.26 of a second and you were beaten by 0.26 of a second, which is really quite phenomenal. A quarter of a second. How can you even measure that? But people do. So, be okay with striving for more. Be okay with slight increment in what you're doing. But be also mindful and careful to move with ease and grace, find your worth, declare your worth, but not at the expense of your integrity, not at the expense of how you feel, not at the expense of harboring resentments. It is easy to want to make a choice that affects you when you're angry about something. That is probably one of the most progressive things I've done. I'll make moves, I'll make choices. I have done. I don't know if I'll do that again. When I've been super happy about something or super sad about something or ticked off about something, that will give me the oomph and the chutzpah to go make a decision. Not necessarily ease and grace, and not necessarily without some push and some shoving. So what if the decisions you made that were big did come with ease, did come with grace, did come with acceptance, did come with, okay, I feel like this could be a good thing. Then let that go. Let that be the energy that you move forward with. Embracing the bigger part of you that's already underneath it and pushing away the lower vibrational energy parts of us that don't really have much credence. And I feel like I'm complete there. Let's get on with our meditation. A brief one, big breath in, palms to the roof, feet flat on the floor. On your exhale, release, 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 release. Let go, relax, relax, relax. Another big breath in, fill up. Release and relax, release and relax, release, relax, release, relax, release, relax. Let it go. Ooh. And now bring yourself to the energetics of the inhaling and exhaling, and mindful of where you are with your body and your current environment, the room you're in, the seat you're on, the floor you're seated in, the building that's in the area, your neighborhood. Just bring your consciousness to where you actually are. Pull in higher vibrational energy by opening up that area between your eyebrows, your third eye center. Sometimes it helps to picture a window frame or a door frame with the door open, and then you look through your third eye, your forehead center, to see what you see with your clairvoyant skills. Continue working a breath. There's a little more than effortless, but not of struggle. Feel the soles of your feet connected to the ground, and imagine that there are energetic roots. You can see them as strong silver threads or veins that reach down deep, like the tines of a fork. Reaching themselves down into the crystal layer of the core of the earth, pliable enough to wrap around a large crystal. And using the energy of the crystal, the wisdom, the love, the clarity, and the focus, to infuse the silver tines of your roots. And as you draw your breath in, pull that energy up through the roots into your feet, up through your toes, into your ankles and your shins. Inhale and draw up the energy into your upper leg bones. Heal and breathe into your hip joints and pelvis, your genitals, your buttocks. Reaching the tip of your tailbone and infusing straight up through the lumbar area of each one of your backbones. Pull light and healing energy in through all of your organs, your kidneys and your liver, your spleen and your pancreas, all of your intestines. Relax. Allow your digestive system to be healed, cleansed, opened. Move up into your rib cage as if you are lighting every one of your ribs as you move your energy up through your spine, into your heart, your lungs, your diaphragm, all the vessels and the veins that connect the tissues of your lungs, all those pockets that pull the energy in and expand the tissues inside your lungs. Lift up into your collarbone. Feel your chest and upper back expanding, your scapula expanding, your collarbone lit up with energy, with fire. Move the energy down both arms, into your elbow joints, into your forearms, wrists, and every single knuckle and bone of your fingers, all the way out to your fingertips and beyond. Bring your consciousness up through your throat, your voice box, into your lower jaw, the hinge that hinges your upper and lower jaw, your nose and your nasal passages, out through your ears, up through the side of your skull, left side, right side, front side, the back of your skull, to the crown of your head. Now your whole physical body is alive with energy, vibrational energy. You can imagine your body being filled with neon light or LED light, whatever color you want, and that glow is a solid glow that glows out from your skin and beyond, becomes part of your auric field. Bring your mind and your consciousness to your soul star, the little area above your head. From the soul star, you open up to the stellar gateway, a ring that is wider than your body, pulling source energy, God's energy, universal energy from way high up, the highest point of the galaxy you can think of, in a steady stream that's unlimited, replenishing, restoring, re-energizing, pulling high frequency light and energy from Lady Venus and the Venusians, high frequency light from all planets, all beings, angels and archangels, spirit guides, thank you, source energy, for raising the spiritual vibration and replenishing all physical and non-physical energy centers. So we are at one, complete and perfect balance, open and willing to receive. And so it is. Imagine your whole entire body at one, with golden light flowing through your veins, releasing and letting go any unwanted, stagnant, lower vibrational energies down into the roots, down into the crystalline layer of the earth. And thanking Archangel Metatron for clearing the lower vibrational energies of stagnancies and removing the blocks that get in your way of love. Welcoming the energy from Archangel Metatron to transmute and transform these energetic forces around you. Giving thanks to Archangel Gabriel for folding you into her love, for nurturing your soul and bringing you softness, comfort, warmth. And thank you, Archangel Gabriel, for showing me how to move forward with ease and grace, with love and compassion. Just allow yourself to be still and quiet, filling up on all the good vibrational energy. When your thoughts wander off and away from this higher vibrational, come back to your hands and your feet, your core, the crown of your head, the depths of your feet. Listen for the soft hushing sound of your breath. Listen for any clairaudient messages you may be receiving. You can mentally say thank you. You are now one with the higher vibrational energies, spirit guides and angels. Your dearly departed loved ones can gather. You can mentally say their name. You can thank them for coming forward. Offer them messages of love. When you feel complete, bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Push pause if you wish to continue. Let all of that bright white light energy ripple out from you in all directions and then return back to you multiplied. With your thumb knuckles to your third eye center, and all together we bow and say Namaste. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for joining me. I hope you'll join me again soon. In the meantime, go forward with ease and grace and know that I love you. Bye.